If it is in first quadrant, all are positive. In second quadrant, yes means what? Sine and cosecant are positive. First you see the nearest standard angle. Standard angle is what? 90, 180, 270, 360 and multiples of 360. If your question is cos or secant, answer will be positive. But your question is sine, it does not match, so minus. For 360 and 180, function does not change. And also understand how to decide which quadrant. Suppose if the angle is more than 90 and less than 180, if it is 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta, it lies in second quadrant. So only if it is sine, it is positive, otherwise it is negative. Welcome to the session, dear students. In today's session, I'll continue with trigonometric functions and allied angles. Okay, first we'll start with Astc rules. So whenever angle is more than 360 degrees, we have angle within 360 degrees. We don't have more than 360. If it is more than 360, it has to lie within 360. For example, if I say 800 degrees. 800 degrees means what? So you know, one rotation, if I start here and if I complete this is 360. Again I'll come back and I'll do one more rotation, it is 720. And 800 and 720. So if I remove this, I have 80. So 80 means I'll be here. I'm again in first quadrant. So we don't have angles more than 360. Any angle should lie between 0 and 360. That is one circle. If it is more than, we have to convert it into allied angles. And for that we have rules, that is Astc rules. So first we can divide the plane into 4 equal parts, all of you know. And we call them as what? First, second, third, fourth. So first quadrant, then second quadrant, then third quadrant, then fourth quadrant. So we have to count in which direction? Anti-clockwise direction. And in first quadrant, what are the angles? So we'll see what are the angles. So here to here, the angle is 90 degrees. So before this line, this is 90 minus theta. After this line, this is 90 plus theta. And here another 90 if I add. Here to here it is 90. 90 plus 90, 180. Before this line, this is 180 degrees line. Before this line, it is 180 minus theta. So after this line, we say 180 plus theta. And before this, we say 270 minus theta. After this, we say 270 plus theta. And before this, we say 360 minus theta. So now, after this line, we say this is 360 degrees. Now 360 plus theta. So depending on the angle, we can say which quadrant it belongs to. So 90 minus theta, 360 plus theta, first quadrant. 90 plus 180 minus theta, second quadrant. 180 plus 270 minus third quadrant. 360 minus 270 plus fourth quadrant. And alphabets. What are the alphabets? In each quadrant, we'll have alphabet. What are the alphabets we have? In the first quadrant, alphabet is A. Second quadrant S, third quadrant T, fourth quadrant C. So in first alphabet is A, second S, third T, fourth C. Astc. What is the meaning of Astc? See, Astc means A stands for all. A means all trigonometric functions are positive. If the angle is in first quadrant, all the trigonometric functions are positive, whether it is sine, cos, tan, any function. Then S means sine and its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of sine? Cosecant. For S, sine and cosecant are positive. Sine and cosecant are positive for S. And T means what? Tan and cot are positive. T means tan and cot are positive. Astc. C means cos and secant are positive. Cos and secant are positive. We call this as Astc rule. A stands for all trigonometric function. S, sine and its reciprocal. T, tan and cot. C, cos and secant. So if it is in first quadrant, all are positive. In second quadrant, S means what? Sine and cosecant are positive. If it is in third quadrant, only tan and cot are positive. Fourth, cos and secant are positive. Astc. And also understand how to decide which quadrant. Suppose if the angle is more than 90 and less than 180. If it is 90 plus theta and 180 minus theta, it lies in second quadrant. So only if it is sine, it is positive. Otherwise, it is negative. Now, to make you understand better, and we have two rules. Rule number 1. For the function 180 plus or minus theta, 180 plus or minus theta, and 360 plus or minus theta. Function does not change. Function remains same. Function does not change. No change. No change in function. And second important point, for 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta, function changes to co-ratio. Function changes to co-ratio. So what is meant by function changes to co-ratio? If it is sine, it will become cos. And if it is cos, it will become sine. If it is tan, tan changes to cot and cot changes to tan. And secant changes to cosecant and cosecant changes to secant. So when can you see this change? If the angle is 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta. Dear students, these are the set rules. Once you are thorough with this, then the whole topic becomes easy. So I'm discussing Astc rule, which is basic. So A means all trigonometric function, yes, sine and its reciprocal cosecant, T tan and cot, C cos and secant. All silver teacups, all nonsense you will tell, but you will not remember what is required. T means what? Tan cot. C means cos and secant. S means sine and cosecant. Now coming to this, when function changes for 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta. If the function is in the form 90 plus or minus theta or 270 plus or minus theta, function changes to co-ratio. If it is sine, it will become cos, and if it is cos, it will become sine. And tan to cot and cot to tan, secant to cosecant and cosecant to secant. Now, other than these two, we have, so we'll apply these rules. I'll do for one trigonometric function. Same thing you can apply for all other things. So let us do sine. Sine of 90 minus theta. Sine of 90 minus theta. First 90. For 90 and 270, function changes. You should see whether the function changes or not. So here I have written for 90 plus or minus and 270 plus or minus, function should change to co-ratio. Means if it is sine, it should become cos. So answer is cos theta. Cos theta. And 90 minus theta lies in which quadrant? 90 minus theta is in first quadrant. In first quadrant, what is alphabet? A. A means all are positive. So your answer is positive. Then sine of 90 plus theta. Again, for 90 and 270, function changes. So sine changes to what? Cos theta. And 90 plus theta is in which quadrant? So you can see 90 plus theta is in second quadrant. 90 plus theta is in second quadrant. In second quadrant, alphabet is yes. Yes means what? Sine and cosecant are positive. If your question is sine, yes, your question is yes. Yes means sine. So sine, so answer is positive. Then sine of 180 minus theta. So you know, for 180 and 360.1, 180 and 360, function does not change. For 180 plus or minus theta and 360 plus or minus theta, function does not change. So sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. Because it is 180, function should not change. And then 180 minus theta lies in which quadrant? 180 minus theta lies in second quadrant. 180 minus theta lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, alphabet is yes. So therefore it matches positive. Sine of 180 minus theta is sine theta. Why sine theta? Because for 180, function does not change. If question is sine, answer is also sine. And for 90 to 70, function should change. Now next, sine of 180 plus theta. Again, for 180, 0.1 says, for 180 plus or minus theta, function does not change. So sine of 180 plus theta is sine theta. And 180 plus theta lies in which quadrant? 180 plus theta lies in third quadrant. 180 plus theta is in third quadrant. In third quadrant, what is alphabet? T. T means what? Tan or cot. If your question is tan or cot, then it is positive. This is not tan, this is not cot. So minus. So it does not match. Your question does not match. Your question is what? Yes. But here in third quadrant, what is alphabet? T. T means what? Tan or cot. Tan or its reciprocal cot. If your question is tan or cot, then it is positive. Here it is not tan, it is not cot, so negative. Sine of 270 minus theta. Sine of 270 minus theta, you know, so function changes. Sine changes to what? Cos theta. And 270 minus theta lies in which quadrant? 270 minus theta lies in, again, third quadrant. In third quadrant, what is alphabet? T. So in third quadrant, alphabet is T. So, and for 270 function should change. So I have changed. Sine of 270 minus theta is cos theta. And what is the value of this? 270 minus theta lies in which quadrant? Third quadrant. What is alphabet? T. So your question does not match. So minus. And sine of 270 plus theta. Again for 270 function should change. For 90 and 270 function changes. So sine changes to what? Cos theta. And 270 plus theta lies in which quadrant? It is in fourth quadrant. In fourth alphabet is C. C means cos. If your question is cos positive. So you should not see answer. You should see question. Your question is not cos or secant. Your question is sine. So it does not match. So minus. And then sine of 360 minus theta. Sine of 360 minus theta if I give. So for 360 function does not change. So sine theta. And 360 minus theta lies in which quadrant? 360 minus theta is in fourth quadrant. In fourth, what is the alphabet? C. So your question does not match. So minus. Sine of 360 plus theta. Sine of 360 plus theta. Function does not change. Sine theta only. 360 plus theta lies in which quadrant? First. In first all are positive. So your answer is positive. If alphabet does not match, then you should put minus and you should refer the question. That's it. So now I'm done for sine. Same thing you can do for cos. And how it is applicable? So how it is applicable, we'll see. Now, so sine 765 degrees they want. Sine of 765 degrees. So multiples of 360 will take. 360 2s are. 360 into 2 if you do, you'll get 720 degrees. So now can I write sine of 765 degrees as, this is a question. This particular question, can I write it as sine of 720 degrees plus 45 degree? Means I'll say sine of 2 times 360 plus 45. All of you know 2 times 360 means 2 rotations. So one rotation you have done. Again you are doing one more rotation. And plus 45. You are in which quadrant? First quadrant. So now sine of 360 plus theta, sine of n times 360 plus theta rules are same as sine of 360 plus theta. For 360 function does not change. So sine only. Theta is 45. And it is in which quadrant? 720 degrees means after 720 degrees you are here. 765 degrees means you will be in first quadrant. In first quadrant all are positive. So your answer is also positive. Sine of 360 plus theta. The rules of sine of 360 plus theta, sine of n times 360 plus theta is same as sine 360 plus theta. So for sine 360 plus theta function does not change. So it is sine theta, that's it. And it is in first quadrant, so it is positive. Sine 45. What is sine 45? 1 by root. I hope all of you understood. I am applying all these rules. What is the rule number 1? If it is 360, function does not change. So n times 360 means same. So n times 360 plus theta. So 760 is very far from 360 degrees. So I'll write it as 2 times 360 plus 45. So first you see the nearest standard angle. Standard angle is what? 90, 180, 270, 360 and multiples of 360. So we got 1 by root 2, table. So what is the angle table? Sine 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Pi means what? 180 degrees. So sine 0, 0, sine 30, half, sine 45, 1 by root 2, sine 60, root 3 by 2, sine 91 and cos theta. That is cos 0, 1, reverse of it, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2, 0. And tan means divide sine and cos. No, tan theta is sine theta by cos theta. 0 by 1 is 0, by 2 by 2 cancels, it will become 1 by root 3. These 2 cancels 1, root 3, infinity. So this table also you should remember. And so much is not required. We got the answer just for the sake of reference of written. So you should know angle table. The answer is what? 1 by root 2. Sine of 765 can be written as sine of 720 plus 45. 720 is multiple of 360. 2 times 360 plus 45. And sine of n times 360 plus theta is same as sine of 360 plus theta. For sine of 360 plus theta, function does not change. It will be sine only. And theta. And it lies in first quadrant. So all are positive. So answer is positive. Next, we have sine of cosecant of minus 1410 degrees. So cosecant of minus, you can take minus outside and write cosecant of 1410 degrees. So multiples of 360 I'll try. So 362s are already we have done 720, 363s if I do, 3 zeros are 0, 3 6 are 18, 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1 10, 1080, 1410 is more. So I'll take 364s. So 4 zeros are 4 6 are 24, 2, 4 3s are 12 plus 2, 4, 1440. 1440 and 1410 are near. Can I write this as minus cosecant of 1440, 1440 degrees, because it is 4 times 360 and we want just 1410. So in this 1440, my remove what? 30. Now can I write this as minus cosecant of, that is 4 times 360 minus theta 30. Interesting. So now we have cosecant minus outside cosecant of 4 times 360 minus 30. Dear students, 360 degrees means what? One rotation. So here to here 90 degrees, here to here 180 degrees, here to here 360 degrees. 4 times, second time 360, third time 360, 4 times 360. Then plus or minus. Minus means you go back. Go back how much? 30 degrees. Plus means after 360, 4 times 360 means 1 360, second 360, third 360, fourth 360. After 360, I have to remove 30. Remove means what? Go back. Add means go up. Remove means go back. So you are in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, what is alphabet? C. And that we'll see later. Now you know, so this is 360 minus theta. All of you know, for 360 plus or minus theta, function does not change. So minus cosecant of, it will be theta. Theta is what? 30 degrees. And whether it is positive, already we have one negative sign. Now I'll talk about this. So now this only part. So minus I will put bracket. So cosecant of, say I am in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. In fourth alphabet is C means what? C means cos or reciprocal. Secant is positive, but your question is cosecant. So this will become 360 minus theta is negative. So minus cosecant theta. So minus of minus becomes plus cosecant 30. What is cosecant 30? You know, cosecant 30 is reciprocal of sin 30. 1 by sin 30. You know what is sin 30? Sin 30 is 1 by 2. 1 by 1 by 2 becomes 2. 2 is the answer. So we got a situation where we have cosecant of 360 minus theta. You know, cosecant of 360 minus theta means 360 minus theta is in fourth quadrant. So alphabet C means cos or secant, but this is not cos, this is not secant. So minus cosecant theta, and function does not change. For 360 and 180, function does not change. I am using a right angle to get the answer. Next, tan of 19 pi by 3. See, it will become little difficult for you when you observe pi. Simplify. How to convert this to what? Degrees. How to convert? Very simple. Multiply 180 by pi. R pi value you put. What is pi? 180 divided by 3. So 19 into 3 ones are 360s. 19 into 60. 19 into 60. 6 nines are. So 19 into 60 you multiply. 54. Fine. 9. 6 ones are 6 plus 5. 11. 1140 degrees. 1140 degrees we have. So now tan of 1140 degrees. So multiple of 360 it is. So again try multiple of 360. Already we have done. So 360 into 2 times 360 is 720. 3 times 360 is 1080. And we are near to 1080. 1040, 140. Okay. Now, so 6 nines are 54, 5, 6 ones are 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 1140 is near. So now I can write it as, so they gave tan 19 pi by 3, 19 pi by 3, I'll write like this. So now we'll continue. That is tan of 19 pi by 3 can be written as tan of what is that? 1400 and 1140. 1140 further I can write it as tan of, you can write it as 1080 plus, what is the difference? 60. Do you agree? So for 1180, why 1080 I am choosing? You know, 3 times 360 is 1080. So that's why I wrote it in terms of 1080 degrees plus 60 degrees. 1140 can be written like this. Now this is 3 times 360 plus 60. 3 times 360 plus 60 means what? So 1 time 360 means 1 rotation, 2 times means second rotation, 3 times means third rotation, plus 60 means again you will go into this quadrant. Which quadrant? First quadrant. So you are in first quadrant, you know, in first quadrant all are positive. And what is the rule of 360 plus theta? For 360 and 180 function does not change. So tan of 360 plus theta is tan theta. Theta plus is what? 60 degrees. Tan 60 degrees. Then further, tan 60, all of you know, is what? Root 3. Tan 60 is root 3. That's it. Find the value of sine of minus 11 pi by 3. Sine of minus 11 pi by 3 can be written as minus sine 11 pi by 3. Minus, I'll write outside. 11 pi by 3. What is 11 pi by 3? 11 into 180 by 3. 11 pi by 3 value will calculate. Pi means 180 by 3. So 11 into 180 by 3 means 11 into 60. 3 ones are 360s are 660 degrees. So now this is minus already present outside, sine 660 degrees. You know, 660 degrees is near to what? 720. 720 minus 60. 720 minus 60. So I have minus sine of 720 minus 60. You know, it can be written as minus I'll put outside, sine of 2 times 360 minus 60. So you know, sine of 360 minus theta. What is sine of 360 minus theta? Sine of 360 minus theta is minus sine theta. All of you know 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta lies in which quadrant? The 360 minus theta lies in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, what is the alphabet? C. C means what? Cos or secant. If question is cos or secant, then it is positive. Now, sine of 360 minus theta is for 360 function does not change. Your question is sine, so answer is also sine. Theta. Theta plus we have 60 degrees and minus. Why minus? Because sine of 360 minus theta becomes minus sine theta, because here 360 minus theta is in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, C. C means if your question is cos or secant, answer will be positive, but your question is sine, it does not match, so minus. Now already one minus is there outside, minus of minus becomes plus sine 60. So plus sine 60. What is sine 60? Root 3 by 2. This is the value. Then we'll go to the next one. Find the value of cot of minus 15 pi by 4. Same method you use and simplify. Minus cot 15 pi by 4. That is minus cot 15 times pi by 4 means 45 degrees. So further minus cot 15 into 45. 15 into 45. 5 5s are 25. 2 5 1s are 5 plus 2 75. 4 5s are 4 5s are 22, 4 1s are 4 plus 2, 6, so 675 degrees. So now 675 degrees, 675 degrees, you know, it is near to what? 675 degrees is near to 720. 720 minus 45. Do you agree? In 720 degrees, if you remove 45 degrees, you will get 675 degrees. So all of you know this can be written as 720 is what? 2 times 360 minus 45. See, 360 minus means you will fall back to what? You will be in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, so in fourth quadrant we have to apply the Astc rule. So before we go to this, now I'll write one minus outside and then put brackets. Now I want cot of 2 times 360 minus theta value. So all of you know 360 minus theta. 2 times 360 means one rotation, 1 360, again second rotation, second 360, and you will come back. Minus means you will fall in fourth quadrant. Plus means you will be in first quadrant. In fourth quadrant, alphabet is C. C means what? C means cos or secant. If your question is cos or secant, then you are positive, but your question is not cos, your question is not secant, so it does not match, so minus. Cos of 360 minus cot of 360 minus theta is minus cot theta. Theta is what? 45 degrees. So minus into minus becomes plus. Plus cot 45. What is cot 45? Reciprocal of tan 45. That is 1. So this is given, right? Yes. So first I converted into angle value. 45 into 15 I have done. 5 5s are 25, 2, 5 1s are 5 plus 2, 7. Then 4 5s are 22, 4 1s are 4 plus 2, 6, 675 degrees. Then I observed 675 is near to what? 675 is near to 720, but it is minus. Depending on that, I went on solving. I got the value. I hope all of you understood this. Thanks for attending the session. I'll see you in my next session. Thank you.